Hey, welcome to the channel. My name is Thomas Mays, and I'm a mobile mechanic. In the past few years, I was retired from the Marine Corps. I was injured by a roadside bomb in Iraq, and due to the injuries, I ended up medically retired. So once I got out, I had to think about another career. Uh, and I was a mechanic for a long time, like a do-it-yourself mechanic. And I thought, I wonder what I could do, like if I could work at a shop, but where I was injured, I needed to have like special hours and somebody that'd work with me. So that's why I decided to open my own business, being a mobile mechanic. The first thing I did was I Googled. I live in Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, so I Googled how to become a mobile mechanic in Columbus, Ohio. And the first thing is your licenses. So I had to call the local clerk and find out what kind of licenses I need to become a mobile mechanic, or if I had to have an LLC or anything like that. Each state is different. So if you're starting out, I would call your local clerk or just Google your state guidelines for being a mobile mechanic. If you have to get a vendor's license or anything crazy like that. Also, the tools I started with. I simply started with a socket set, about 200-piece socket set, and I got a good jack, which I got both from Harbor Freight for less than $300 total. So the only tools I used for like the first 6 months, and you can do a lot just with them too. What I did was after that, I created some business cards, and I created a website on Google. If you use Google Business Site, it's free, and most of my traffic comes from Google. You can type in the mobile mechanic Columbus, Ohio, and I'll pop up right there, and you can see my website, 4.5 out of 5 star reviews, the whole thing, and it's all free. So if you use the Google Business Site, you can do that all for free. And then once I made the business cards, I would just hand them out to people. Anytime I would check out at gas stations or anything, once I paid with my debit card, I would slide 5 or 10 of the cards under the machine, of my business cards. So if somebody comes paying their bill, they see that card, they'll just swipe it up. Also, when I went to AutoZone, O'Reilly's, places like that, I would just leave business cards on the desk, and not once has anybody ever told me no, I couldn't. Uh, so once I did that, I started getting my first call. So my first call was do a 2005 Honda Accord front brakes. So I had to figure out, how am I going to charge these people? What do I charge? So there's different things that you can buy, books that'll tell you the labor rates and stuff like that. But what I did is simply typed in 2005 Honda Civic or Honda Accord front brake replacement / your mechanic. Your mechanic is a mobile mechanic, but they're a big company, and I use their quotes. Like I'm getting a quote for them to fix my car, and I'll use that quote to give to the people. So it breaks down like this. For example, whatever the job is, let's say it's brakes. Say the dealership wants $150. Local shop wants $110. Well, the your mechanic mobile mechanic would charge $80, and I would come in below them, so $60, 50 or 60. So I charged $50 or $60 for front brakes. Also, my hourly rate is about $60 an hour as well. So set of front brakes, 1 hour, $60. Once I arrive at the people's wherever they're at, their address, what I do for payment is I get half the payment up front, and then I get the other half once I'm done. Sorry, my phone just went off. This is my first video, so that was a text message. So next time I know I need to set it in airplane mode or something. So just learned a lesson there. So I get half the money up front, and then I get the other half once I'm done. I tell the people on the phone that before I get there. And if they're not comfortable with that, I just don't do the job, because I don't want to get in a position where they're not going to pay afterwards. And if it does happen, which happened a couple times, we ended up getting our money, but I had to stay on and keep calling them, things like that. Like at a dealership or a shop, when you drop the car off, if you don't pay your bill, they don't release your car to you. As a mobile mechanic, that doesn't happen. Once again, another text message went off, which is good. That's somebody looking for me to come out and fix their car. So that's good. But next time I need to set it on airplane mode. So I simply have a Kia Soul and I put all my tools in there. That is all you need. You can fit everything you need in a simple car. Now, does it look good if you have a big van with your name on it and all that? Yeah. But I have a Kia Soul. I bought some magnets that says the mobile mechanic and my phone number, and I slap them right on the side. And we get between 5 and 20 calls a day. I literally could work every day, all day, making profit. Remember, there's not a lot of overhead. It's just me going out there. And what I do is I put like 10 or 20% of whatever I make back to invest in tools. So the longer I went, the more tools I bought. But if you're doing a job and there's tools you need, you can go to AutoZone and rent them. They're free. But what you do is you put the deposit up. Say the tool's $100, you give them $100. You get that tool, go do it on the job, you bring it back, you get your money back. So I did that for the longest time, and I still do on certain things. So when you're starting out, you find out your business license, what you got to do there. You get you a good jack, a good socket set, some jack stands. Really, you can do a lot of things just like that. Remember, then you get a magnet, put it on your vehicle, create a website, free website on Google. It'll take you a half hour, and then that's done. Add some pictures and post it. That's it. The business cards, I got that. You don't even have to, but this is just what I've done. Most of my traffic comes from the Google website and repeat customers. Once you get customers and treat them right, they're going to come back, or they're going to tell their family about you as well. But only take the jobs you're comfortable with. If they, I don't do transmissions or I don't pull engines. If I'm not comfortable with the job, I'll simply tell them, that I'm busy or whatever, or be truthful, just say I'm not comfortable with doing this, and refer them to someone else. If you're just straight up and truthful with the person, they want that, they'll respect you more. You don't want to take a job, which I done when I started out, just for the money and not be comfortable, because then you get out there and you'll spend hours because you don't know what you're doing. You'll spend hours trying to figure it out. And hours in our line of work is money, right? So say you only charge the person $100 to come out and do this. Well, you done spent 8 hours, didn't get the work done, and you're not getting paid. So only take jobs that you're comfortable with, So I think that's pretty good for my first video, and that's a simple thing, how to be a mobile mechanic. There's more to it as well, but simply doing your business licenses, or at least looking around doing that, gets you a jack, some a socket set, create you some business cards, maybe a little website, and then you start answering some calls. And you'll work from there. And the profit's very good. I have no overhead, so everything you make is profit. We can average from 100 a day up to 400 or 500 a day. I mean, you can make 100,000 a year doing this. So, all right. Well, I guess that's good for my first video. I'll start making daily adventures, when I'm actually going out and taking calls and doing work on the vehicles. We'll start that. But for the first video, I just wanted to let you know who I am, what this channel's about, and some tips if you wanted to start a mobile mechanic business. So, all right. Semper Fi. Till the next time.